show you how to make sweet vegan pastry. Now, for someone who is vegan or who would like to be vegan, it's quite an essential because so far I have not seen in the shops any vegan pastry. There's vegetarian pastry, but none that have whole wheat flour. And that's quite essential if you want to have a healthy addition to your cooking. Now, this sweet vegan pastry can be used for a number of dishes. You can use it for milk tart or melk tart for the Afrikaans people. You can also make a lemon pie. You can make apple pie in it, or a cheesecake. So the sky's your limit. I'm just going to take this out of the way. So we're going to first start out with our dry ingredients and put them all in our bowl. Okay, so here we have 2/3 cup of oat flour. Now you think, oh, I've never seen oat flour in the shops. Well, it's very easy to make. You just take normal oats, whether it's rolled or the whole oats, and you put it in your Ninja coffee grinder or Magic Bullet. Okay, so we'll put our 2/3 cup of oat flour in, and we've got 1 1/3 cup of whole wheat spelt flour. And then we're going to put our 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I've used Himalayan salt. And we're just going to mix that up well together so the salt is evenly mixed. Okay, and then we'll just leave a little bit of a well or hole in the middle. We will now do the liquid ingredients. We have here almost a 1/2 cup of grapeseed oil. You can use rice bran oil if you would like. Both of them don't really have any flavor, which is really nice. And then we've got 1/2 cup of boiling water. It is important that you have the boiling water because the warmth is a secret to the recipe so that you can roll out your dough very nicely. Okay, and then we've got about 1/4 cup of walnuts, and then we've got soaked dates. Now, I like to do them normally overnight because then they get really nice and soft. So we're going to blend this well together. So we're going to add that now to our dry ingredients. Now, something really important for this recipe, as well as it being boiling water, you need to, normally when you mix, you just stir it like that. Well, this recipe, you need to be able to just do the minimal stirring or circular movements. You're going to just stir a little bit to get it together like this, and every so, but the main secret is cutting. You're going to cut, just do a little bit of stirring, and then you're going to cut, because you don't want to, this is not bread, so you don't want to develop the gluten. If it's a bit dry, you can just put a bit more water in there, boiling water. Now that we've finished with our, I'll call it cutting, it's ready for the next stage. What you need is, this is baking paper. So I've cut it to the size of my dish. So this is my pie dish that I'm going to be using. So you need to just cut it a bit bigger. As you can see, when you push it down, it goes up to more or less the right height. So I've got 2 of them. You need 2 because you're going to put it in the middle. So you're going to take about 3/4 of this mixture. You don't want to handle it too much. Okay, then we'll put that one on top, and we're going to roll it. You need to try and roll it evenly, north, south, east, west, and so that it just comes up to the line of the baking paper. You want it, the thickness, you'll want to be about between 3 and 4 millimeters. So we'll just move it slightly. And what you do is you take the top one, you're going to take that one off, and then you're going to get your pie dish And then you're gonna hold it like this with the two hands. And then you're gonna check it out and position, say, okay, I think that's about right. And put it in. Okay, so that looks like we got most of it in there. So once you've put it, made sure that there's no little air pockets, then you can take it off. Okay, so let's neaten this all up. You're just going to go around the whole pie dish and just push it down and get it in a nice position so that you can do a little pattern. Okay, so basically use the two fingers and then one over here, and you're just going to push it together between that finger. Okay, if you're happy, we'll just clean it a little bit on the sides for the baking. The other good thing about this pastry, you can put it in a bag, a nice big size bag that it'll fit in, and you can freeze it. Just seal it well and you can freeze it for several weeks, especially if you have a lot to do and you know that there's a party or a special celebration coming up, then you don't have to be making all the pie crusts at the same time as your filling. So that can be very handy. Okay, so when you've finished with that, we're going to put it in a reasonably hot oven, which is about 180 or 190 degrees fan bake for about 10 to 15 minutes. So this is how you make the sweet vegan pastry. I hope you have many delicious pies that you make for your family. Enjoy.